all know that, gosh, life brings us some really nice ups, some really hard downs, and I think what a lot of us keep learning, because you learn it and then you have to relearn it again, is that how we react to that really makes a difference in what happens in our futures.
Absolutely. Well, today, our Holly Strano introduces us to a Maple Heights teacher who persevered, that is, and it is now giving back to his community in her You Are Not Alone series.
So, like I said, today, first thing first, go ahead and start working on the article.
Corwyn Collier is a dedicated teacher, a caring track coach, and decorated athlete.
As a son and dad, relationship is pretty much a lot of don't give up.
A dedicated father, even a published author. But for a while, Collier saw himself as something different.
So we left and went to Iraq, and that in 2009, unfortunately, during that time period, I was hit by a roadside bomb and had extensive injuries, and to the point where they actually thought I was not gonna make it because I had lost so much blood. I would never wear shorts because I never wanted nobody to see my leg.
Though he lost most of his leg and hand, he says losing his drive and sense of purpose is what set him back the most.
The first low point is the very first time I tried to get up and walk, and I couldn't stand up. I couldn't stand up and walk, and I remember just crying my eyes out. So when my wife finally noticed it, she kind of was like, you need to go sit down and talk with somebody. And it wasn't until and it was also during the time that she was pregnant with my last son, because I was so worried about how my son was going to view me as far as with the injuries and things like that. And she kind of helped too. She was like, he's only gonna know you as you.
Collier went to therapy twice a week. He graduated from the University of Akron with a degree in education, and it just so happened his alma mater, Maple Heights High School, needed a history teacher at that time. And 10 years later, Collier has turned his pain into purpose.
I do so many different one-on-one sessions, and like I said, most of the time it's just kids wanting to vent. I'm like, trust me, if you look at your life, you got way more ups than you got downs. And I think that's what I try to get them to understand as they come through this door.
And that determination landed him on the cover of Men's Health for January as the winner of their Ultimate Guide 2023 competition.
Well, let's see how folks at home
Guess
react
what? It's you!
And it caught me off guard because I really didn't think I was gonna win. Like I said, I was just happy to be a finalist.
So nowadays, Corwyn Collier sees himself a bit different. On top of athlete, veteran, teacher, Purple Heart recipient, and author, he can add Men's Health Ultimate Guide to his resume. But he credits the people in his life for getting him to today.
We were outside one day, and I finally got to see him run on his leg again for the first time, so that was really cool.
He do a lot, so I feel like it's like a reward for him, and I feel like he truly deserves it.
And I always tell him, like, I grew up here. I'm from the same neighborhood y'all from, and I'm making things happen with my life, and that, you know, most people would have gave up and quit on. And we always, you know what I'm saying, and I always tell them, like, I never quit. I might have had a down moment, but I never quit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna get emotional for a second.
Okay.
We all have that one teacher that made such a great impact in our lives, that it influenced us along the way and taught us not to be afraid and to let no one and nothing hold you back. And I'm so glad that Holly introduced us to this incredible teacher, because you could tell from the students that she talked to that he's left such a great impact on these kids. And look at him. I hope that's inspiration.
I know. I know. Look at him.
I mean, yeah. Look at this guy.
I know.
Come on.
Honestly, the thing is, I don't know what you think, but I think his smile says it all. Want to thank Holly, obviously, for this great story. The book Collier mentioned, by the way, is called Counted Out. It's on store shelves right now. We do have a link to it on WKYC.com. And one of the things I love about this young man, and I say young man because he's still a young man, he is obviously very strong, of course, very compassionate, and he's strong enough mentally and emotionally to say, I needed therapy.
Of course. And
I love therapy. I don't know about
so do I.
But therapy
advocate.
Therapy has helped me through many a time. Mm-hmm. And to hear a man say it is so encouraging to other men who might be afraid to say it. So kudos to you, and best of luck to everything, and keep going, because you are right. Teachers can make all the difference in kids' lives.
Of course.